Welcome back. Stop number 2, May 17th, Solo Pro Series on Truman Lake, presented by Godfather's Pizza. 4 locations around the Springfield, Missouri area. MS Propane, quality propane services, the best services and programs to save you time and money, and Best Automotive. Stay tuned and enjoy the action.
A lot of grass, gas, and bass. Let's roll.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready to get out there and get this party started.
On Kentucky's, 15 inches on everything else.
I think you're going to have to do something a little different than everybody else is doing in order to catch that really good bag to win the tournament. But
Can you tell if they're spawning or not? Are they out? Post-spawn, pre-spawn?
They're in all phases right now, catching a lot of fish in spawning areas, pre and post spawn.
Hey, how you doing? Good morning.
Finally, what's going on? Are these bass out of quarantine today?
Hopefully they are.
You think they're ready to?
Yeah, I hope they're ready to play. Yeah, absolutely.
Have you been pre-fishing a little
I
bit
have.
here?
Came down Thursday and got a few hours in, and then Friday as well, and did okay. Caught some fish. Yeah, caught some decent fish. Actually, had a couple 4s, 3.5. So yeah, it was good. It was good. But you know, that was Thursday and Friday. You know how that goes.
Now, are they in every stage, just like pre-spawn, post-spawn? Are you finding anything in?
I think they are. You know, I
Can you know, wad you up and punch you real quick, but man, it's been a good 4 days of practice. You know, had some big studs biting. You know, I think I can grind out 20 pounds. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't know, but
Now, you traveling a long ways? You trying to get out of this dirty water?
Yeah, I'm running up the Osage, Berry Bend area, you know, and then just slowly working my way back. There's some other tournaments going on, but hopefully that don't throw a loop in the game plan. But
Are you finding them in all stages, or do you think they're spawned
yeah,
out?
man, I've caught some pre-spawners. I got 3 locked on beds that I'd found. And then I've caught a few post spawners. So it's like every other lake. It's kind of, we hit it right in the middle of everything, you know, which is good. You know, guys can fish any which way they want. So
I'm going to make a small run this morning. I got 2 spots close, and then I'll go up closer to Grand, Dam, Tebow kind of area.
Is that because you're trying to get out of the dirty water? A lot of people
No,
say
not
right
really.
around
The
here.
dirty water doesn't scare me at all. It's just I didn't spend a ton of time down here, so I got a few spots that I'm going to hit real quick, but I'm just confident that in the lake that's where I fish the most, so I'm going to go hammer it out down there. I know what the banks look like. Here is kind of new and foreign to me, so just go do what I know.
Your black and blue jigs ought to do pretty good right now.
Exactly what they're going to do right now. Doink me a few and see what happens.
You catching any on BUZZBAITs? Or?
No, not really. Throw one other top water, but we got to cover water quick. We got to fish it different, probably than what most people are doing, but I'm mostly on the bottom.
All right, Greg. Are the bass out of quarantine yet?
Seems like they are.
Are you doing anything? Are you finding them in all different stages?
Yeah, from 3 feet to the bank.
Really? Have you find any? Are you seeing any spawners?
Yeah.
In around the Bucksaw area before in the past? No, past tournaments they used to always go out of Bucksaw way in the old days. So you know the cut through pretty good. You run it pretty good, or you just idle it?
No, if everybody's bottlenecked up, we'll have to idle it. But if it's open, I'll run it.
Now, are you on a pattern? You're finding something? Or are you trying to stage spawners? Is that what you're looking for?
Just see where they're at. I've left them alone for a week, so I'll have to figure out. Just start shallow and go a little deeper.
Pre, post, you know, spawning. I think the biggest majority of them right now are probably trying to spawn. That's why the fishing's gotten a little tougher than it has been. But not all of them have. So you gotta change it up a lot. You know, you gotta try a couple different little spots, and you think they would be a lot better right now, but I think like that water falling's got them. Dropping that water's got them scared. You just can't catch them. on that rounded off stuff. For whatever reason, they pulled off that gravelly stuff. Can't hardly get a bite on that.
Now, is it just like the traditional springtime pattern, back the creeks, middle of the creeks?
It was.
It was. They kind of pulled out and they dropped the water, I guess.
Now it's not.
But isn't the water coming up now? Because it just rained, or?
Well, it might today, but I don't know.
I doubt it, because they've been pulling it hard.
So when they pull that water, what do you look for? Like they're coming out to the points?
Yep.
I tell you, I had a scary good practice, and me and Chad were just talking. Got me nervous. I'd almost rather not have had a good practice, but I don't know. I'm going to do what I do. That's, I can't do anything else.
All day?
Bite was same both days, all day, 20 pounds both days of practice, plus. And that's losing one that was probably 8 at this boat because it bent my hook out. So who knows what today will bring, but Friday and Saturday was couldn't get any better.
For me, they're on bluff end transitions on ledges.
The main lake?
Yep, all main lake.
Well, that's not traditional. That's not what they say in the
Not for
book.
this time.
Has it been a better end of the day bite?
Yeah, midday is good. Midday on is good. Couldn't get nothing going on top water in the morning. They've been getting a lot of bites.
Hippies out here.
Little one.
Truman Lake Tournament conditions presented by Sage Electric out of Nixa, Missouri, Bass Pro Shops, and O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Get in here. Boom.
I mean, it's dropped probably 10 degrees.
Yeah, it was nice. I was sweating earlier. All of a sudden that front come in, man, it got real bad. I think that slowed the bite down, messed the bite up or something. I mean, I was catching like crazy.
Really?
I had 3 of my good ones before 8 o'clock. I broke one off over there.
The people I talked to, they said it was 2 weeks late. They were really biting.
We're 2 weeks late?
Yep. 2 weeks ago, I was up in the bush and the water was a little higher.
Look at that crappy stuff again.
That might make it.
Yes, baby. Yes, let's go.
Boom.
Good.
Good. guys were right. They left everything I wanted here. I hit my favorite bait. Yeah. About time. Yes, that'll get that one.
Bagging rights presented by Tag Fishing. If you are a member of Tag Fishing, you could have won over $5,000 in cash. Favorite fishing rods, giving away a rod at each tournament. Motion fishing, giving $300 to an additional payout the championship, and also giving product to the tackle pack. Crank wraps, Crocker Gator lures, Float Trip pickles, Cal Coast fishing, and Ozark Mountain popcorn.
Well, the Kentuckies will tell you, main lake points. Main lake points with jigs. Mostly just channel swing points. That's all I caught my fish on.
Did you try any moving baits?
No, all main lake points. Just jigs, jigs, and a couple of, I caught a few fish on a Senko, but they wouldn't take any moving baits for me.
So do you think they're spawned out?
Yep, they're all post spawned. Yep, every one of them. All on the main lake. Secondaries in main lake. They were all within a 100-yard stretch too.
Do you catch them on normal, just traditional type springtime bait?
Yeah. Actually caught them on the steeper banks. I could not catch them on the flats. They were on the flats 2 weeks ago and they're not now. Caught them in 7-8 foot of water. Brush hog, jig. It didn't really matter.
Caught them on a shaky head and spinnerbait.
No buzz bait?
I tried it and this thing just didn't want to work.
Did color make any difference? Did you try, like your black and blue because the water's dirty? And
No, I just used a green pumpkin. Just no green pumpkin.
do you tip it in chartreuse like a lot of people?
Yeah, I put chartreuse all over it.
Fishing, back to creeks, middle pockets?
No, not really. I was, my main pattern that I had been catching on was fishing secondaries. I had a secondary this morning and I really just didn't know how good it was until this morning. I had basically all my weight by 7 o'clock and pulled up 3 times throughout the day, but not by much weight.
Now you do like a lot of flipping? Is that what you were doing? Oh, really?
I was pitching and flipping ahead of myself. I probably the deepest fish I caught was about 5 feet, if all. They were in about 2 feet of water.
Those are your standard springtime banks? Flat?
No, they were actually
swing.
steeper. Steeper, and if you could find, like I said, pole timber, buckbrush, caught most of mine out on either one of those two.
So are they on the traditional springtime banks?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, they were spawned. They're still spawning. These were all spawners.
You get a chance to see a lot of them today?
I seen mud clouds. That's how I caught several of them.
Flip them to them like, like Cincos or something, or
Just a shaky head with a Magnum trick worm.
you dip it in chartreuse or
Oh,
something
no.
like that?
Nope. Green pumpkin.
There you go.
So I'm Jay Oliver from Harrison, Arkansas. I got first place today in the Solo Pro tournament with 18.25.
So you targeting the same thing?
Yeah, actually, I gave my father-in-law the jigs that he caught them on, and a good friend of mine kind of told me what to go look for and what to throw. So I threw a jewel jig with a Yamamoto twin tail grub, chartreuse tail, and I had one on when the wind picked up this morning. I had caught one on a spinnerbait, but everything else came off that jig.
Now you dip your trailers in chartreuse like?
Yeah, just the tips of them, yeah. Yep, the tails. And then, so I've been here, I came Friday, I had 17.5 pounds Friday, 16.5 pounds yesterday, and I just knew it was going to be a big zero today, you know. You catch them good before the tournament and then don't catch them during the tournament. So, yeah, I was fortunate to, same type of stuff, you know, kind of rocks, ledgy stuff, and I just, you know, long banks, and I stayed on that pretty much all day. I left, and I was up in Tebow, and I left and come back, and, you know, I'd give it a rest and go back and do it again, and just there'd be different fish there, you know, just about every time I went in there. So
you went and targeted your same banks and just kept.
Yep, that's the same fish I caught 17 pounds and 16 pounds a day. The 2 days before, I caught 18 today off of it. So that's rare too. So, yeah.
Did you try different size weights of this jig? Like
nope.
5/16?
There's a 9/16 is the only size I had, and that's the one we use. So.
You throw that big line, 20-pound line?
Yeah. Yep. I was 20-pound Seagar. That's what I had on. I had a couple break. You know, I guess digging in the rocks and stuff probably frayed my line a little bit, but I had a couple break offs. But other than that, it was pretty smooth day.
Catch a lot of fish?
I think I had about 10 or 12 keepers, but, you know, I caught the good ones early, so I was, you know, mostly just trying to cull, and I couldn't. Once I caught them, I was done. You know, I caught those early, and I kept fishing, but I mean, I was catching keepers, but they weren't good enough to help me. So.
Well, congratulations.
Okay, man.
What are you gonna do with your money?
Probably have to give it to my wife.
Michael Smith from Harrison, Arkansas. I finished second today. I caught all my fish on a jewel jig in the Osage Bluff, Big Palmy area.
Now, are you catching them in the standard spawnings, pre-spawn?
I think they were on the beds. I couldn't see them. The water was too dirty to see, but I was fishing shallow and ledgy stuff. Just any ledgy bank up there.
Catch any were they hanging around wood or some type of structure that you noticed?
No, there's more on rock than there were wood. Didn't hurt to have trees on the bank, but I couldn't really pinpoint them on the wood. They were more on rock than they were wood.
Well, from Harrison, that's a little bit of a drive. Did you pre-fish for the last couple of days?
I fished Saturday.
Was it as good as it was today? Or?
I never caught crap at practice. I was lost.
So did you abandon your pattern?
I didn't have a pattern to abandon.
Just went fishing?
I just went fishing today.
Well, are you familiar with this lake?
Yeah, I've fished it quite a bit. I've fished over the years up here, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Someone going out tomorrow, what can they do to catch fish if you're just out?
I'd get in a cove that had like some ledgy bank, like a channel swing in the cove, maybe a little timber on the bank, and pitch a jewel jig's what I was catching mine on.
Bobby Roberts, got third place today. Honestly, I had a really hard practice. I was struggling to catch 5 keepers. Felt like I was doing all the right things, trying a bunch of different water, but I had a couple spots that I knew had some fish and pulled up to one today, and it was in better shape than I thought it was, and basically caught all my fish out of one spot, flipping the base of bushes that were about 1.5 feet deep in water, throwing a motion brush jig, new jig that we're releasing, and then would switch it up with a black and blue beaver. So fishing dirty water and covering points and just basically running a bunch of water, but all my fish came from one spot today. They were loaded in there.
And do you think they're spawned out in all 3 phases?
Yeah, I think you still got all 3 phases. I think those pre-spawn is very little though. I think the spawn's probably mostly done too, so you got a lot of those fish are gonna start working their way out, would be, from what I'm seeing. You're starting to get bass eating a bunch of shad, stuff like that. So I'd say we're close to that post-spawn period right now.
Do you think next couple days fishing's gonna be still pretty good?
Yeah, it's still good. I mean, just go cover all those points, you know, secondaries, main lakes. That's where the fish are gonna be coming to. So, you know, just go fish around them and probably run into a few.
Where can they find you?
You can find me at Bobby Roberts Fishing on Instagram or at Motion Fishing. Run that page too, Owner of Motion. So check both those pages out and be glad to connect with you.